Okay, so this is actually a great lesson. You see the bottom of this stone? You see how it has that curve?
Yeah.
Now that's extremely common in cabochons that they're cut that way, because basically they're maximizing their yield. Like if they have the rough to give you that extra metal, that extra stone, they're going to do it.
Okay.
So it's no big deal, but you have to put a wire in there to act as a little support, so the little tummy can hang down in the middle and not, because otherwise what'll happen, you'll get like a seesaw action.
Yeah.
It'll bloop, 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 bloop. And even after you set and set and set and set, it won't go away.
Okay.
So what I would suggest for this, it's not such a thick tummy. I would say maybe a 20 gauge wire.
Okay.
And you make it to fit, around the outside edge there, and then we'll put the stone on top and we'll check it.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. So we've got a cute little wire fit in there. What is that, 20 gauge? Lovely. So then we'll try the stone in there and we'll see how our height is. Okay, so I just flattened it a little bit if we want it sitting nice and level. Okay. I'm going to put our stone in there. I'm going to press on it lovingly with my wooden stick. Oh, look at that fit. Mwah! That's what you want. You want a tight fit. You want it to just kind of go in, because the more space that's here, the more slow and painful and horrifying your setting process is. So tight is good. I want to be able to just get my stones in. Okay. Look how good that looks. Right?
Awesome.
Now here's the thing, if you look from the side, we could raise this up a little bit, the stone up a little bit. So the question is, do you want more of a lots of metal showing type setting, or you want the metal part a little more minimal and more stone?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like you could pull this out of here and you could put one more of that 26 gauge sheet at the very bottom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it would probably be perfect.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay? So I'm just going to pull it out.
May as well make it perfect.
Yes. We may need to get the big piece of wax for that, because, there we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so just add one more
sheet,
and then we'll check it again, but I think that should be good. Okay, so let's put it in there and see what we see. No, that's right.
Okay.
See from the side?
Yeah. It comes up a bit.
See that? So you see that? It comes up just enough that it'll hold, and it looks beautiful. So that's exactly what we're looking for with our cabochon. Okay. So when we set, I'm going to just move this out of the way. Eventually we will have beautiful setting tools for you to buy. Right now we have these ones. The only thing that I'm going to do different here is I'm going to just put a quick piece of tape here and here, because if you slip when you're setting, which happens, you don't want to put a ding on your metal. So let me just get a little bit of tape. Actually, I did one of these videos that was setting, and someone put the comment, I've never seen somebody waste so much tape in my life. And I'm like, that's what you're going to worry about? The tape? With the gold, the stones, the tools, or whatever. Like, you're conserving tape? Oh my God. It made me laugh. Okay, so, beautiful, right? So when you have an oval, we're going to do the skinny sides first, just to try to, what we want to do is keep it from getting a little slanty shanty. If you press too hard on one side, it can end up being slightly crooked. Not the end of the world, but not ideal. Okay? And when you your hand, so your thumb and your forefinger can be right up against the end like this. Okay? So when you set, your elbow's got to be up in the air. So I'm going to put my left finger like holding the stone, and I'm going to press in. You want to be at a 45-degree angle, okay? No lower than 45. Okay. If you're down here, the least resistance is for the stone to basically pop out, which you don't want. So, okay. I'm just going to press in sort of north, south, east, west, just to kind of roughly hold it in place.
Okay.
And then we'll work our way around. Okay, so I've just like push, push. Now I'm going to do here and here, and I start filling in the empty spaces, or the unsquished spaces. Okay, so like that's the beginning, is just, you know, that little pinching in. And you can start, you push in and you go left to right a little bit. You just swing this side to side. Why we call it the rocker pusher. Because it rocks and pushes. Push in, back and forth. And you notice though, tool always up at least at 45 degrees, okay? And then we're just gonna work our way around. Now because your bezel was beautiful and tight, look at this. You know, this is gonna take 5 minutes to set this thing. You know what I'm saying? That's really good. That's what you want, that's the ideal. Okay. If you have lots of extra space, doesn't mean you can't do it, but it just takes a lot longer, okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to work on this, push in, back and forth, and the force is coming through your shoulder. Your hand should really be just kind of guiding things, because if you don't want to be like doing the death grip, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Push in, back and forth, okay? And back and forth a little bit. That's like what I consider stage 2. You know what I mean? Stage 2 is when you're finishing the little tiny spaces and smoothing it out. So you're going to be pressing in and back and forth. Your tool's at a very high angle, like, I don't know, 85 degrees or 80, you know, somewhere up in there, okay? Okay, so just do a circuit or 2 of that, and then we'll polish and you're done. You're looking for 2 main things. You're looking for, like, I look at it, and I don't see any space between the bezel and the stone. No gaps. Like, if you see any gaps, you're not done. You want to keep going. And then we're going to do the finger test, which is very, like that. You literally just rub it, and you feel. Because if it's not totally set, you'll feel a little wiggle. You know what I mean? So I just like, okay, I don't feel anything, nice and tight, and I see no gaps.
Just polish.
That's it, we're ready to polish.